with Atishay services, he's managed to help us sign, I'd say, give or take 10 plus minus 10 new international clients this month, which in those 10 clients is probably around a good percentage of the overall revenue that we generate. My name's Luca. I'm a sales rep at V8 Media. I'm basically in charge of doing sales closing and appointment setting. We've worked with Atishay now for a couple of months. We started with him at the beginning of the year, and it's been a really fruitful relationship. He's managed to generate tons of additional value in terms of bookings, in terms of closed deals, and I'm really thankful for his email marketing efforts. I must say it's made a big impact on our business. V8 Media is a digital marketing agency based in South Africa. We've been around since 2018. We've managed to secure over 150 clients in our 5-year tenure, and we're currently working with plus minus 70 clients on retainer at the moment. I don't think in the last couple of years we weren't in a position where we were actually actively looking to acquire more clients on a consistent basis. We were kind of just relying on that organic sort of interactions to generate the sales. So I think the fact that, obviously we're trying to penetrate into the international space and get more of an international market share is a big sort of factor in why we have adopted this system in terms of a proven, reliable client acquisition process. But before that, we kind of just relied on the establishment of our brand and our reputation to bring in those sales. One thing I can say is that we didn't actually have any truly tested and tried system for email marketing for client acquisition. I think what we were doing in the past was most of our sales were coming through either paid ads or through organic traffic. But as I mentioned, we didn't have any proven system to generate bookings and sales through emails. So that being said, you've managed to provide a massive influx of customers over and above our current efforts. We've seen improvements like pretty much week on week, month on month in terms of the offers that we're running, in terms of the bookings that we managed to get. So a bit of feedback from our company is we've actually managed to create a really unique system and a lot of new clients that we pretty much would have never even imagined onboarding or like signing on a year, even in 6 months ago. So the whole system has actually enhanced our perception of the international market and also our reach. But another example is we're currently looking at running a Google offer at the moment because we've gotten to a point where our systems internally are struggling to actually deal with the influx of meetings and bookings and sales coming through. So we're just trying to look at how we can almost re-spread our resources in a way that's the most profitable for us. Also, that our team can almost handle that influx of new clients. I think it all becomes down to experience, number one. So I think the fact that you've got so much experience in the industry and that your team has data to back it up, I think that's also super crucial. But then from that point, I think it's just about evaluating and looking at the data week on week. And luckily with you guys, you are very engaged in terms of your clientele. Your communication is really good. And you do obviously remain in contact with us and always look to optimize our email campaign. So I think that's also super crucial. The fact that you guys are hands-on and able to make improvements whenever we kind of require those improvements, or whenever we say, look, there's something that we're not happy about, the fact that you are hands-on with that and deal with it upfront helps a lot. I think that's a key sort of point in why we've managed to keep this relationship going and maintain profitability and like a mutual sort of win-win situation. I can tell you we've probably managed to sign at least, I'd say, between 5 and 10 international clients. And those retainer amounts are pretty much double the retainers that we have locally. So that probably equates to around 20 to 30 new clients locally, right, without having to spend more resources and more, obviously the agency is quite a human intense business. Obviously it requires a lot of people, a lot of energy to go and create those adverts and to make sure that every client is receiving the results that they initially were promised. So I think the fact that we've able to almost double our profit margins whilst obviously ensuring that the internationals and also not really impacting the amount of capabilities and resources we have internally has been really, really fruitful. So yeah, I think if we look at it holistically, I mean, our average retainer amount for the international space is maybe between $1,000 to $2,000. So let's just say $1,500. If you manage to sign, say, 10 clients, that's an extra $15,000 revenue this year alone. So I think it's just about building on our market share in the international space and almost not necessarily removing local clients, but it's almost about once we have a churn rate, it's almost like once the local clients start leaving, it's about replacing them with international clients to ensure that we're on a trajectory, like an exponential trajectory for growth in the next 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 months. So I think from my perspective, it's all about capitalizing even harder on the international space, testing different offers, seeing which offers do well, seeing which niches do well, and then just doubling down on them and obviously just becoming a really top global player in the agency space.
Love it. Okay, that's perfect. And so the focus for the next year for V8 is just expanding internationally and dominating the international market, correct?
Without a doubt. I mean, with outbound, I feel like we all agree. If you're watching this video, you can agree with me that it's all about volume. So and I think with Atishay's system and the Eagle Info Services system, the fact that they can leverage off volume is super crucial. The fact that we can send out multiple thousand emails per campaign per week is just vital in the success in the international space. And also, that being said, it also gives us proper relevant data for us to make informed decisions. And without that, I think we kind of would be flying blind to some certain degree. So I think, yeah, it's very, very important. The overall back-end systems have been great. I must say, in terms of the communication with the team, it's been very constructive. If there's something I need, if there's an urgent inquiry, you guys get back to me within a couple of hours max. In terms of like optimizing things, it's week on week, we pretty much optimize and try and improve things. So I would 100% refer you on to anyone else that is in the cold outreach or not even in the agency space. If you're just a normal business that's looking to grow your online sales or your online revenue in the international space, maybe you're an e-commerce brand, maybe you're another information-based brand, I would 100% recommend you because of the volume that you're able to do, the constant optimization that you're able to do, and also the fact that you guys work on a performance basis. I think that is also super crucial. You don't generally require much upfront payments or commitment from our end, and it's very much performance based, which I think is just a win-win for everyone involved. Yeah, I wouldn't see myself working with anyone else in the cold outreach space, especially with regards to emails. So yeah, man, I'm very thankful for this relationship, and hopefully we can get tons of more bookings and sales in down the line.
Right.